Buenos dias from Colombia. Our first stop is Bogotá, so we have an afternoon and evening here. We're going to explore, see what we can get into before we head to Salento tomorrow. So let's have some fun.
Vamos. We got dropped off in La Candelaria at the Plaza De Bolivar. It's a good place to get started, get your bearings straight. If you like pigeons, stay here, but if not, keep moving that way.
There are some cool buildings and a very beautiful cathedral, so do some shopping, hang out, but maybe max 20-30 minutes.
One of the things we've been most excited to try in Colombia is coffee, so we're gonna go check out a local coffee shop serving Colombian coffee. The first spot we visited was Robusta, this adorable espresso bar with delicious coffee drinks. It's so cozy and it's a great spot to escape the busy streets.
We've been walking around La Candelaria and just really enjoying the scenery, but all the exploring has made us very hungry. So we've heard this restaurant, La Puerta Falsa, is a great place to get some traditional Colombian food, so let's head that way. There was a long line, but thankfully it moved quick and we got these awesome seats where we could watch ourselves eat.
All right, we had tamales and the local Colombian soup. I'm not gonna try to say it because I'm pretty sure I'll butcher it. Put the name down here. It's like a chicken, corn, potato soup. Absolutely delicious. Bogotá is pretty high in elevation. I think it's around 8,000 feet. So I had been getting a little bit of a headache, but that soup was awesome for getting me acclimatized and I feel ready to explore. Also, one thing I was not expecting is that the tamale was huge. It took up an entire plate. Normally, I think when we think of tamales back home, we think of, just the small ones wrapped in corn husks, but this was actually wrapped in a huge banana leaf. It had like an entire chicken leg in there. It was massive, but so delicious.
With full stomachs, we set back out onto the colorful streets of La Candelaria in search of the Botero Museum. The museum architecture is beautiful, and we found the exhibits to be a lot of fun, and the art here feels more playful and a little bit less serious.
When you find the meme in real life.
It's also a bonus that the museum is completely free to enter.
This museum is definitely a must-visit for an afternoon in Bogotá. Near the Botero Museum is a cafe called Cecile. It's a picture-perfect place to relax and enjoy a coffee. It also displays pieces by local artists and has awesome street views. All right, we didn't realize that the sun actually sets here around 6 p.m. Where we're from in Texas right now, it's setting around 9 p.m. So we just called an Uber. We're gonna try to go to Monserrate and be there for sunset.
In a queue headed to the top of Monserrate. It's moving pretty quick. We waited till the last minute to book our tickets and come here, but it might pay off because the sun sets at like 6:15 and we're about to board the cable car and it's like 5:40-ish.
In fact, this may be full.
We just got off the cable car at Monserrate. It is stunning up here. We really didn't plan to be here right at sunset, and the queue wasn't that long. I recommend you buy your tickets online because you can skip most of the line and get there ahead of everyone else, but this is definitely worth the money. It's beautiful, but I've heard it's kind of hit or miss if it's clear or not, and we lucked out. I wish we would have more time in Bogotá because I think there's some pretty epic hiking trails around here, but we don't have time, so we're just gonna enjoy what we can. Eat some good food, get some good views, and watch the beautiful sunset. There are two really nice restaurants with awesome views of the city up here, but they're pretty pricey. We opted for a quick snack instead.
This is probably the most scenic place to enjoy an empanada in all of Bogotá. Muy bien. So crunchy.
We took the funicular down and headed back to La Candelaria for dinner. This place had such a great atmosphere and the food was delicious.
The dishes here feature fresh local Colombian ingredients, and this was just one of many amazing meals we had in Colombia. Even on day one, we could tell we were gonna eat really well in this country. After a great afternoon and evening in Bogotá, we headed back to the Courtyard Marriott by the airport. We chose to stay here because we had a really early morning flight the next day to head to our next destination in Colombia.
To Salento. Follow us next to Salento, a colorful town in the heart of the Andes known for its coffee estates and proximity to Cocora Valley. We spent the next 3 days here enjoying all the food, coffee, culture, and hiking that this town has to offer, and it is now one of our favorite cities in South America.